sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sing. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button and turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all shower me here with. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. Thank you so much. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this black man who actually invaded black people's privacy by taking their videos and trying to compare them to Hispanics, the Mexican. He actually claimed that he went to a Mexican shop to fix his tire, and at the corner he saw young boys hanging out, and he decided to, he felt like this is a great reason to compare how black people are wasting their life and how black community is jacked up and all that, by saying Mexicans are out here crushing it and black people are out here playing around. So, and then it dawns on me that some black people, Uncle Thomas they already bought into white supremacist kind of thinking and also stereotyping. And you don't know what those young men do for a living. They probably may have finished their daily jobs, or maybe they are yet to go to work, or if they don't work 5 to 6, maybe some own stores or shops where they do their thing. Probably some are content curators. Maybe they are into something else. Like, there are so many things people can do for themselves, being their own boss and all that. But you do not want to know. All you just want to do is assume and judge them and crush them for no just reason. This is very sad. And you said he actually said that he helps people with businesses and all that. What stopped him from also working towards them to find out what is going on with them? This is really very sad. But I'm just going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. So straight up, let's get into this.
Yo, I'm going to show you why our community is so jacked up. See those two kids right there? Two young kids. Young kids, early 20s. That one right there that walked around the Benz. Him right there. He owns this. He's 20-something years old. He's like 24, right? Tire shop, owns this tire shop. This is where I come when I need tire, right? Young kid, right? All right, now look over here. See those right there? Black kids hanging out on the corner underneath a tree doing nothing. Totally nothing. At the corner store. At the corner store. See the difference? Mexicans, right? Mexicans and black kids. You see the difference? See the difference? The Mexican kid saved his money, right? And opened up his own tire store and is out here crushing it. Boy, I tell you. But look at them kids over there, black kids. Yo, I'm going to show you why our community is so jacked up.
Straight facts, no chaser. After watching this video, come back and let's talk. This black man literally points his camera at two Latin men, 124, and owns this tire shop. Congrats, young man. Good job. Then juxtaposes that by turning his camera over to black men sitting under a tree near a convenience store. What does one have to do with the other? It's a huge leap of hateful bullshit to go from two Latin kids working and owning and looking over at black kids like you should be having a job and working and owning shit. Who says they don't? How can you assume that they don't? Maybe they don't have a tire shop. Maybe they have a computer shop. Maybe they have something where their business is running and they don't have to work. Maybe they're content creators and they're all deciding on what content they're going to create next. Maybe they're making money in a different way than old school. Maybe they are, into crypto. You don't know. But you made this huge leap from working a 9 to 5 to what? Nefarious, lazy. How the fuck did you arrive at that? You didn't describe that in your video. You just pointed at them and said, they're the problem with the community. How are they the problem? We don't know anything about them. Sir, the only problem in this video is you. You with this Uncle Ruckus mentality. You pointed at black man under a tree doing nothing wrong and made it nefarious. If there was a bunch of white kids up under that tree, would you think nefarious? No, you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. You do understand how fucked up this video is. You made fun of the black community and said, this is our problem. It's so jacked up. And you're the one that's jacking it up. Because you're fulfilling a narrative that is making it dangerous for these young black men. To think that they did something nefarious just because they were under a tree, do you understand how big of a leap that is? And to compare them to two young men that have a business doing their thing. But sir, I guarantee you, no diss on these kids' businesses. I know content creators are making more money than this kid will ever make with this damn tire shop. Does that make them lazy? I know people who don't even have to step outside their home and make 10 times more than that kid, probably 5 times more than you. The fuck are you talking about? Why do you guys get on these fucking apps and spread your fucking hate and idiocy? It only took you 5 minutes of some kind of retrospect to think like, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. And it's not negative. It's just not what, I shouldn't go here. No. Throughout shooting it, recording it, all that shit, posting it, you still don't understand what the fuck you did wrong. Yes, sir. You are the fucking problem with our community. I speak facts. Straight facts. No chaser. Fuck your feelings.
See those right there? Black kids.
No, sir. I don't think so. I think you're a little bit too close to the picture. I think you need to take 1, 2, I think you need to step 100 yards back and look at the big picture. Okay? You're standing too close to the picture. You're standing too close. You know what I mean? Too close. Now if you stand a little bit more back, a little bit more, you'll see the whole picture. Now you mentioned young Mexican kids owns a tire shop, and then you said black kids hanging out doing nothing. Zoom out. Now you see over there? Those are black kids that own a barber shop, and those are Mexicans that are just hanging around doing nothing. Now zoom more back. Now see right there? Those are kids that own a business, and those are kids that are doing nothing. Kids are doing business, kids are doing nothing. It gets bigger and bigger. It's not about race, man. You need to stop that. And you, for being an African American and making this video, shame on you, man. I'm really disappointed. It's people that like you, man. People like you that assume things, stupid things, and you start dumb things, and the dumb people react to it. Please, take this video down. It's stupid.
See those right there? Black kids.
So this is so disappointing, because the first thing I think is, what part did you play in the narrative that stands over those young men? And what I mean is, you're doing the same exact thing that's been done to them by others. So more commonly than not, others are allowed to come into the black community and prosper, save their coin, get the business loan, and start business and get on the ride to Successville. A black individual in that same district and area can save their coin and not get the business loan, the entrepreneurship they need, the motivation, the support of other blacks in the neighborhood, not to question their prices, but just to serve and support their business just because, like others do. How do you know what those young men are doing under that tree? What circumstances led them there? You don't know what's going on in their life. You're making an assumption because somewhere in your life, you've bought into a narrative. What did you do? I watched somebody else's video that stitched this, and I agree. The question he had was, did you go over there? Did you talk to him? Have you formed a group of black men your age, in your genre, and you go out on the streets, in every tree that you find a group of black young men under, approach them, talk to them, see what they're, what's in their head, see what they might have for hopes and dreams and possibilities, and then look at them motherfuckers and see if you can answer any one of them for them. Sometimes a handshake and a "hey, how you doing, my name is" goes a lot further than trying to shame and bring negative light onto something. So maybe if you made your video about forming a group to talk to the young men under the trees in the neighborhood that you think they should be flourishing in, and then you'll be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. Do better.
Hanging out on the corner, underneath a tree.
I mean, why should I work? The working man's a sucker. I'd rather be on the corners, under the tree, selling dope and getting paid, because the working man is a sucker.
Yo, I'm gonna show you why our community is so jacked up.
You wanna know why I don't like your video, bro? You compare Mexican business to black business. You don't know who behind that tire shop. You ever seen the movie American Gangster? You remember his cousin had that tire shop? Black guys, true story. You don't know who behind that tire shop. So let Mexican business be Mexican business. There are black guys out here that own 18-wheeler companies, bro. Lots of them. Did you walk over there and show them, hey, look, bro, look what they doing. I know how to open up a tire shop. Y'all want to come over here? I bet they would have went over there. If you had showed it to them, show them how to fish. Don't dog my brothers. And stay out of Mexican business, punk.
Yo, I'm gonna show you why our community is so jacked up.
You need to go back and watch that particular video. He makes a lot of sense on everything that he's saying, right? But the funny part, if you go below the comment section, you're gonna realize that the more we're trying to push something positive within the community, within minority community, the more our own people are the ones saying some stuff like how we have been slaves for 400 years or 500 years or how many years you want to call. But at this point, if we continue with this same mentality, the way we're thinking, the way some people are thinking, even the next 800 years, we're going to be still saying something. We need to start somewhere to introduce a kind of way into the community where we, in general, we need to start be holding ourselves accountable of anything that happened. That's the first thing. Second of all, we need to help our boys and girls to learn trade. Right? We need to encourage them to learn trade. But you see, you will encourage some of these boys and girls, they will not like to do the trade, right? Especially what that guy is doing is a very hardcore work, especially in this weather that is 100, 105, 107. You won't see somebody maybe, of that age, a black kid of that age doing the same thing that that guy is doing, right? And another thing also we have to realize, or we need to bring into a lot of factors into it, is like we need to introduce auntie, uncle, grandma, great grandma into our community. That goes a very long way, right? That goes a very long way to help to build our community in a very good way. With the lacking of grandma, grandpa, auntie and uncle, you see, these kids are just loose. A mother cannot raise a kid by themselves. A father cannot raise those kids by themselves. There's some good single mother that can raise kids, and those kids become very successful. Let's not forget about those ones that just don't show their kid the right path. There are a lot of good single mother that they're out there. They're doing a very great job that raise a kid, and those kids become successful. They're also a great single father out there that raise a kid, and those kids become successful. But however, we need to introduce auntie, uncle, grandma, great grandma, or grandpa.
All right, now look over here. See those?
This isn't it, Sean. At the expense of some black kids under the oak tree talking, are you trying to suggest that the 24-year-old Mexican kid who owns the shop has something else going on than these kids? Did you take time to cross the street and see if any one of them had anything going on so you can say, hey, man, I just got finished talking to these black kids. Excuse me for a minute. And come to find out, they're bullshitting. They ain't got nothing going on. They could be doing a lot of things, like these Mexican kids. But no, you didn't. It almost seems as if you took the time to ridicule what looked like some young adults or maybe teenagers shooting shit in front of a liquor store. I used to sell chum back in the days. And being in front of a liquor store wasn't necessarily indicative of bad behavior or whatever. I don't know, but this isn't it. However, where I'm from in Northern California, Oakland, California to be exact, Mexicans and black folks are pretty cool. Later on down the line, there were some tensions. Coke prices jumped the fuck up because, hey, you're fucking up the game. But other than that, we get along with one another. We respect one another. And you know what one doesn't do to the other? Is utilize them at the expense to make one of them look the best. That's what you just did as a black man. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got some wonderful fucking tacos to eat. All right? And I ain't talking about that fake shit. I'm talking about that ooh-wee, real razzle-dazzle. Do better, black man. Peace.
Yo, check out this video. There's about to be lots of assumptions and generalization.
I'm going to show you why our community is so jacked up. See those two kids right there? Two young kids, early 20s. That one right there that walked around the Benz, him right there. He owns this. He's 20-something years old. He's like 24, right? Tire shop, owns his tire shop. This is where I come when I need tire, right? Young kid, right? All right, now look over here. See those right there? Black kids hanging out on the corner underneath a tree doing nothing. Totally nothing. At the corner store. See the difference? Mexicans, right? Mexicans and black kids. You see the difference? See the difference? The Mexican kid saved his money, right? And opened up his own tire store and is out here crushing it. Boy, I tell you. But look at them kids over there, black kids.
So my first question is that, how does this guy know that the possibly 24-year-old guy, I don't know how old he is, I'm assuming he guessed to how old the guy was, right? That he is Mexican. He could be born from any South or North American country. Heck, he could have been born here and have Mexican heritage, or, like I said, any South or North American heritage. That's one thing, right? And secondly, how do you know this person flat out owned the tire store? You know, you don't know that. And let's say they do, you know. That's awesome, you know. But you zoom the camera to the black kids, and you're like, look, they're just standing there, they're being lazy. Since we're making assumptions here, how do you know that they just didn't leave work and they're just hanging out with their friends because they had a stressful day and they're just standing there and just chilling and talking to each other? How does he know that? He doesn't know that, you know? And when does a small percentage of people represent a whole lot of people, you know? Like, that's some bullshit. People only does that when it comes to black people, right? Like a minor amount of people want those people to represent a whole bunch of people. And that makes no sense, because we don't tend to do that with other race of people in America. We only tend to do that with black people, you know, which is just crazy. But here he is making all those assumptions about those people. You know, I see videos like this or guys like this, and I just think, you know, he might be grifting, you know, so to appeal to a certain audience that, look, hey, look, these black dudes are being lazy, they're bums, they don't want to do anything, and look at these other people over there of a different ethnicity, you know, they're hardworking, and look at my people are lazy, you know, and I'm not lazy, I'm not like them, I'm one of the good guys type of vibe. I'm one of the good ones type of vibe. That's what I get from that video, you know. Oh, this shit is just frustrating. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got, man. Peace.
Yo, I'm gonna show you why our community is so jacked up.
Is it the young black men hanging on the corner under a tree? Or is it the man standing across the street, filming them without their knowledge, judging and assuming things about them, as opposed to walking across that street, handing him his business card because according to his TikTok page, he helps people start businesses for a living, and maybe possibly getting some new clientele and changing some young black men's lives? Is it them? Or is it him? I'm just asking. I saw it a little differently, but you know, you do you, sir. Obviously, your business is doing well, which is why you go to that young man's shop to get your used tires.
Yo, I'm gonna show you why our community is so jacked up. See those two kids right there? Two young kids, early 20s. That one right there that walked around the Benz, him right there. He owns this. He's 20-something years old. He's like 24, right? Tire shop, owns his tire shop. This is where I come when I need tire. right? Young kid, right? All right, now look over here. See those right there? Black kids hanging out on the corner underneath a tree doing nothing. Totally nothing. At the corner store. At the corner store. See the
major difference. But Jeffrey, that's not all black people. Yes, we know. Duh. The system is not making them choose to spend their time standing there doing nothing. And this is why I talk about personal decision making, because it is the most important role in how your life plays out. The most important, bar none. So many people complaining about the system. Y'all need to be talking about decisions, because that's what's more important, especially in America. The way some of us talk about America, you would think literally that we were walking around with chains around our ankles. I don't know if a lot of you guys have not realized we are free. We definitely are free. Now, what you do with that freedom is up to you. But sitting around complaining about the white man and the history of the United States and its racist roots is not going to get you where you want to be. Well, I take that back. I don't know where you want to be, but I doubt it will if you have any real aspirations. But if you're black and you say this, you're a sellout, you're a coon, you hate your own people, no. One could argue that we hate ourselves because we consistently just accept these low standards. And then when people come and say the harsh truth about us and the things we're doing wrong, we don't like it. This man gave us a perfect comparison. There are 1,000 things those guys could be doing that are more productive than sitting there standing talking about whatever. But Jeffrey, you can't say that. I mean, it might be the truth, but you can't say that. You know how you have those people who will let someone continuously hurt themselves and make their life worse and worse because they don't want to hurt that person's feelings. So you're going to protect their feelings and let them ruin their life. I feel like that's what a lot of black people want us to do. They don't want us to talk about it. Let us keep destroying our own communities and shooting ourselves in the foot. As long as you don't hurt our feelings, it's okay. No, how about we call out what's going wrong so we can actually fix it? I know, crazy concept. Our standards need to be raised. They are far too low.
right? Mexicans and black kids. You see?
It's sad to see that, and I see that in my own community, in my own city too, of that. And there's many reasons for why that's the case, and I think pretty much a lot of us know the reasons why too. Like we all understand the systems that were put in place that pushed a lot of black men and black fathers out of the household and out of the communities and things like that. I'll say this about every other race, including the Mexican race and things like that. Majority of every other race and families like that have their fathers in the household. Their fathers are more in the household. Their fathers are less in the prisons. Their fathers are less getting caught up in the drug game. Their fathers are probably we're not getting killed at a higher rate than our fathers were. Especially our fathers that were, and us being in the hood and things like that, being around these type of environments and things of that nature, gang culture and all the stuff like that. Even though, yes, other races had gang culture. We know Mexicans had gang culture, especially when it comes to like California and things like that. But we also know a lot of Mexican fathers that was in the household working 50, 60 plus hours a week to survive for their family and their children. And another big thing is the family dynamic is totally different. Mexicans can have 3 or 4 different family groups all living in the same house, saving all their money, working together, providing for each other to build a better future for themselves in the long run. Like, they will have, like I said, multiple families in one household. Everybody's building up their credit. You'll see these households that got 7, 8 different cars in it, and they all like, Cadillac, Escalades, and pickup trucks that are painted and all this other stuff, because they was doing it all in the same household. They had the sense of working together and then getting everybody established before everybody separated. Other races do it too. You look at other races that came over from other countries to here. Asians do that. Arabs do that are over here. Like you think for the most part, every other race does it. I don't know about white people in general, but every other race typically does that. Band together, work for the betterment of the household, build everything up, save your money, and then you can get out there in the world and start your own family, start your own life, your own household without having all the debt and other BS that comes with doing everything on your own at a younger age or earlier. So when I see this, and as sad as it is, I can look at it and I can tell you that I can probably guarantee you that the Mexican men over there that's owning their own business and working hard at their tire shop and things like that, they had a much stronger family dynamic and probably had father or fathers in the household instilling in them the importance of hard work and dedication and working to do for yourself and make your own way and things like that. And then you look at them black kids on that corner, and I'm pretty sure most of their fathers are not in the picture for many possible reasons. Could be many factors for it, because their fathers choosing not to be in the picture, them being caught up in the drug game and in the street life and street culture, them being in the grave, or the ones who were pushed out of the household from the woman. So it's sad to see, but it's not by not being designed. Like, the systems were in place and put in play decades ago for this reason, to do things like this, and for many years it's succeeded. So now we just gotta correct it, hope not to repeat it, and do better as a culture, as a family, as a unit. Because we know how powerful we really are. And when we stick together, nobody can stop us.
So some people are already analyzing a situation they do not know nothing about. I mean, somebody even invaded some people's privacy, took their video and not knowing anything about them, and then assume that this is what is going on with them, and every other person is out there, I mean, trying to say some nasty things about them. The last one is saying maybe the fathers are not in their lives and they do not have strong person helping them, without even knowing these people. It is crazy how some people buy into white supremacists, especially someone that look exactly like me. I mean, you saw people hanging out. You do not know if they are already done with their day-to-day job, or they just got back from work, or they have something else going on for them, or just friends that decided to, oh, okay, let's just see each other hang out here for a few minutes, then go our way and all our separate ways and all that. No, they don't. I mean, especially the man that did this video knew nothing about these kids. Okay, he said that he helps people get something going and all that. These are the people that will make sure that every other people are doing great, but their own people aren't doing great. Why stop him from not assuming? Probably walk up to them and ask what is going on. Or probably you are scared, or just you want to spread some lies because it's gonna sell fast for you on TikTok. I mean, I just really do not understand some people. And he could, I mean, if those young men finally sees this video and decided to sue him for invading their privacy, what is gonna happen to him? because some people are really just very crazy. I mean, it's just like me. Probably when I finish doing my thing, working, or I want to hang out, like, with my friends, and somebody saw me is taking picture. Just look at how jobless they are. I mean, just assuming. I mean, it's really sad that 2023 people are doing something like this to their own. Because this is exactly okay. Okay, now let's assume this: if those kids were, those young boys out there were white or Hispanics, would he assume that? Would he assume that these kids out here are working, and look at these ones out here, hanging out? Would he have done that? Some of us, our brain has been, we've been brainwashed to also not even understand what is going on in our own community, or not just wanting to know what is going on around us, but we just want to judge people for no reason, because this is a case of assumption and conclusion. He assumed and he concluded. That sucks. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.